What's up, gamers, and welcome to the next episode of the Seven Nights Weekly Update, where we look basically at what's been changing in the past week and the complaints that go with it. Because if there's one thing people are good at, it's complaining. So let's check out the updates first. So what's it going to be for the August 10th update? And last time they more or less went over. I think we had a new hero, Ryan. They had like a special dungeon for them for it, and they had some new costumes and stuff. But on this episode, basically, new pets, new summoning system for the pets, as far as like grouping them up, new missions, all kinds of good stuff. So let's see what they're going to talk about. So first off is the Revolutionaries mission. Basically, what it is on the top right of the screen, and you can see the arrow if you look at your main screen. It'll basically show an area where you tap it, and it has about 5 missions, I believe it is. So if you complete all the tasks, you get whatever prize is associated with it. Now, we did have a guild member ask if you get something special for completing all the mission. The answer is no. The game is very good about telling you if you're gonna get something for for completing everything. If the game doesn't tell you, you shouldn't assume otherwise. So let's get that out of the way right now. So that's pretty simple, and I'll show you what that is later. Actually, it's right here. So these are the 5 missions that it gives you and the rewards that comes with it. In my opinion, basically doing the getting a 5-star hero selector, in my opinion, is one of the best things to try. Also, going for Unlocker Leia is really good. That saves you from having to sacrifice a 6-star hero or something. And getting a 6-star 7 Nights item selector is not a bad thing either. And these are all easily obtainable, so no problem. There's a new pet, Urine. So there you go. Basically, let's see what she actually does. Increases physical attack of all allies by 10. Actually, we'll look at the 6-star version because that's really what matters, right? Increase the physical attack of all allies by 15%. Increase counter rate for all allies by 15%. And increase damage for the 3 target attacks for all allies by 30%. The effect only applies to skills. Okay, so basically, if you do an active skill, you get the increase. So that's pretty cool. I don't really focus a lot on the pets, to be honest. The pets are a good thing to have and use, so if you got them, that's good. I have pets, I just don't really brag about them much, to be honest. So there's what the pets are. If you want to try to get, some pets, you can get a bunch of them. Hope to get the one you want. So basically, you get 11 pets for 300 rubies. Do I think it's worth it? Personally, no. But, I mean, if you if you're really hardcore using the pets, it might be worth it for you. I just don't put a lot of emphasis on them, so that's just my thing. Special bonus events. Basically, if you purchase rubies, you get certain things. I'm not going to really push on that. Cash back period. So the first purchase bonus does not count towards a special bonus event, Ruby Topaz bonuses. Bonus rubies will be given right away at the time of purchase. So basically, if you spend money, you get rubies. So you're not actually getting cash back. You're getting currency, game currency back is what you're getting. So don't expect for the game to actually send you money. So that kind of trips people up. Maze Lucky Calendar. So these are the prizes you can get if you decide to pay for it. It is worth it. There are 2 things that I always say is worth it: Maze Lucky Calendar and Maze Lucky Box. Those are typically the 2 things I buy. I'm not going to buy it this time because I need to start actually budgeting. So I'm going to have to kind of lay low on the spending for a while and just earn everything naturally. But these are things, in my opinion, are probably the best financial options for anyone who's actually on a budget that wants to spend a little bit of money. But as you can tell, these atoms are good. I mean, awakening shards for heroes, 5 times 50, like that's fantastic. An awaken 7 night item selector, pretty good. I mean, that's less gold you have to spend and resources to, you know, get that weapon up there. I mean, it's really, really worth it. 4-star selectors, even 6-star selectors, and of course, selectors are good for 2 reasons. One, you can get the hero you want if you want to try to transcend, and 2, If you're doing like the Seven Nights puzzle, you can complete the puzzle pieces faster, like I mentioned last time. So again, this is a very legit buy if you decide you want to invest. There are new costumes. I believe Lena has a new costume. So if you really like Lena, there's another costume for her. And then here's a restricted list for heroes. And I find it interesting that they've already put a restriction on Nox and Rook. That's really interesting. Awakened Evan is banned, Rudy is banned, and Chris is banned or restricted, is the way they word it. I say banned because that's just what I'm used to. So for your current Guild Wars season, just build your teams accordingly. Now, in the recording of my videos, I don't actually record the night of the update. I usually wait a few days because I'm busy. So you've already more than likely have noticed the band already, but this just kind of lets you look at it a little bit more closely. The hero pet acquisition rate is up for Ryan and Eren. Basically, raid buff heroes. I mean, basically, if it's their time to shine, use them and you'll deal a ton more damage. If you want to get some, awakened raid item. And then that's pretty much it. Ryan Special Dungeons ended. The summer lobby theme has been removed from the game, so now you have your default lobby now. So let's hear the complaints. Let's see what people are agitated at now. Because again, people just love complaining. So let's just check it out. It says void times and buy hits not refresh. It's bug, not normal. Why awaken Nia just get void refresh in next wave? And why void awaken Kyriel not fix just awaken Dellen? I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what he's saying. I mean, now I understand the term void because we use the term void shield, which basically means damage immunity. So that's probably what he's talking about. He's probably talking about the void. There's probably a bug in the system for certain heroes not getting what they're supposed to get. Now, Awakened Dellens does, or at least did, have a bug. I mentioned this either last episode or the episode before. So I don't know if that's been fixed or not. I haven't noticed the issue that I brought up last time. So I guess there's some other bugs that people are noticing that haven't been fixed yet. I haven't noticed nothing about these other characters, so you guys can kind of figure that out. And the next person says VS and HS not refreshing every wave isn't a bug. It's now a feature. Hmm. And VS obviously is Void Shield. HS is Hero Refresh, I believe. Or Void Refresh. I guess he just. Actually, that may have been a typo. But that's he's basically responding to this guy saying that it's not a bug, it's actually a feature in the game. So, question answered apparently. And it says we already have a Lena costume that's similar to that one. Please give Miho a summer costume too. She really only has had ugly costumes so far. And this time, please keep her tiger as a tiger, not some jaguar or hot pink mechanical bull. So, I typically don't judge the costumes too much. I'm not really a fashionista. So, I guess there might be some legitimacy because I do think that the whole pink robot thing was kind of weird. So, or pink mechanical bull looking thing, I'm not really sure how you call it. So, I can kind of understand the gripe here, you know. Um, Now, as far as saying that we already have a Lena costume that's similar to that one, honestly, I don't care. I mean, it's not one of those costumes that's going to cost you more as far as the boost is concerned. I mean, what really matters as far as costumes are the ones that give you the best bump. So, but these are people that are more commenting on fashion than anything else. And honestly, I'm not really a fashion guy. Like, I can't help you there. Can't support you. But I mean, I can support the whole, Miho and the whole mechanical tiger thing. I thought that was kind of whack too. So I'll give you a little kudos on that. Whoops, and I went too far, I think. Here we go. Of all the costumes you could release, you choose Lena? What about Ballista? So again, apparently the theme of this episode, as far as complaining is concerned, is costume for Lena. Apparently they wanted to go to others, and I guess that kind of makes sense because Lena does have a ton of costumes, and they did just release not very long ago an Awakened costume for Lena. And you have people like Ballista or Mihu who may not have as many costumes, and you know, I can kind of understand the gripe, I guess. I don't know. Okay, it says if Void has left zero, it's refresh next wave. But if Void has left more than one, not refresh. Why? Feature? Only Awakened Nia gets refreshed without problem. How about Skill Awakened Kyriel? Feature again? I don't think so. So apparently, this person saying that the other guy's full of crap. This is more or less what's going on here. So, and I think what they're talking about now that the person's actually explained it more in this one is basically when you're fighting in the game, doing PvE type stuff, you go in waves, typically of three, and so when we first start, there's void shields that keep you from taking damage. So even though your shields may go down, once you get to the second wave, everything refreshes again. So this person's basically saying that when you go to the next wave, the shields are staying down for some reason. So honestly, I haven't noticed it. I haven't paid that much attention to it really. It hasn't made any impact on me. So even if it has changed, I haven't noticed it. Like it hasn't made me do worse in PvE at all. So I just not seeing the problem. Now, I think that I would notice if I was doing maybe the dungeon where you have to, basically go through like the Tower of the Abyss and things like that that require multiples. That's actually a challenge. But I haven't had that issue with Tower of the Abyss yet, and Celestial Tower is already difficult on its own, so that's the thing. But so basically, he's saying it's not a feature; it's a bug. There you have it. The next person says, "Hey there, Rudy, or I say Ruby and Keys is still on same content. Sigh. You're a liar." So, did somebody promise you that they weren't going to be on the same side? Now, I don't read like the developer notes. I guess they go beyond this, but I don't recall anyone ever saying anything about them deciding to separate the keys from the rubies. But personally, I still don't think it's that big a deal. That's just a dumb complaint in general. Moving along. Give us another costume for the trios, please. Only one gay blue themed costume for each one of them? Seriously? So again, people are complaining about the costumes a lot. Um, what I will say is, as far as giving Lena another costume, I'll say sure, that's legit. Give it to someone who doesn't have like seven costumes already. You know what I mean? I get that. So sure, I'll let that complaint slide for now. Well, they did say they gonna fix it at 817 according to their notes last week, along with VS Bug as well, I think. So this is in regards to the bug. So they're basically going back and forth about the void issue. Revamp Lena to 100% resist buff, please, and revamp Roro too. I don't think Lena needs 100% resistance to debuffs. I just don't think it's. Well, actually, doesn't she already have resistance to debuffs for X amount of turns? Or is he just talking about infinitely? If he's talking about infinitely, then you're just asking for too much because that's just too ridiculous. And revamp Roro, um, she might not. I think people are giving her too much crap. I mean, I wonder if these people even have her at level 40. I mean, if these people are like having her at level 30 or 32 and complaining that she sucks, basically they have no say so because a level 30 to 32 should not determine whether they're good or not. I mean, in my opinion, they should be at least level 40 until, you can legitimately say if they're good or not. You know what I mean? And mine's only at 32, I think, so I have no say so in that either. So, LOL. Epic. Also, Karen is the most one who need awakened costume. She only one who didn't get any costume. Hmm. This person might actually have a point. Like, I know that they gave her, like, a default costume, but I don't know. I don't remember if they actually gave her an actual awakened costume with added stats and stuff. So that's actually an interesting point. I kind of like that comment. And that's kind of it. Let's confirm the comment about Karen. I'm actually curious right now. I want to know. Because I think that person might be right. I don't think Karen ever did get an actual awakened outfit or nothing. So let's take a look. Alright, we don't want to buy stuff. We're not interested. Salesman or woman. Alright, so where is my awakened Karen? I don't really use her often, which is why she's not near the top. There she is. So this is the default awakened costume. So this is what he's talking about. Basically, he's talking about how when people become awakened, they have their default awakened costume, and they actually have the one that you actually need to pay for that gives them a better boost. So let's see if one actually exists. No, it doesn't. Everything is the regular stuff. And I really wish that they wouldn't put costumes in here that you're not able to purchase. Like, if you can't purchase it, then go away. Like, we don't care. Otherwise, I would actually buy this one, but it's just there to tease us. But yeah, that person has a good point. They never did actually give her an awakened boost statted costume. So I would say that Lena's costume should have just been an awakened Karen costume that gives you more stats. That's what I'm gonna say to support the haters of the whole Lena thing. As a matter of fact, let's just see how many costumes Lena has, since she seems to be the hot topic right now because of her costume. And yes, I am using this version. I actually think it's kind of cool, even though I'm not much of a fashionista. But we're not going to go into any details. But basically, she gets a stat boost. So 200% to health, or 200 health, 40 attack, and 20 defense is good. So let's see how many outfits she has. I said seven. So it's one, two. This is a new one. Three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay, so there's actually one more costume than I thought. So I kind of agree. Lena has a ton of costumes, and this costume right here hasn't been out for that long. So they really didn't need to give her another costume. They could have given it to, I don't know, they could have given it to Karen. Have Karen like a summer outfit that's made to boost your stats more because it's the awakened version. So I get that. So anyway, now that we're actually here, why don't we do a little bit of fighting? Let's see what we can do here. Now, first and foremost, like I've been bragging, or not bragging, but preaching to everybody, you guys need to keep up on your Tower of the Abyss. This is the easiest way to get rubies in the game, especially if you're not the type to spend money. So this right here is what I'm telling y'all. I've already done all mine for now. I can't go any further because if you look at the top, it's a 13 of 13, so that means I can't go any further until it refreshes. But yeah, not only do you get rubies, but this is also, in my opinion, the best way to get coins without having to let the game sit there and grind for a while. Because with the stars that you get, you can spend 25 of those stars to get a random gold ore. They're not always going to be great. Sometimes you're only going to get 50k, but sometimes you're lucky enough to get 100k. If you're really lucky, you can get a million, which I've done once, and I've gotten 500k once or twice. So if you ever get those, totally worth it. So, but yeah, do Tower of the Abyss. I've already done mine, so no reason to show it off. Oh yeah, I was going to show you guys. Oh shit, you already kind of saw it, but here's the revolutionary missions. I've already completed 2 of them. I'm not aggressively trying to do these, but you know, if it happens to happen naturally, that'll be a good thing. I believe I've done Castle. Oh, actually, let me show you something. Actually, now that I'm here, you haven't actually seen me do Castle Rush on hard mode in a while, so why not? Who are we up against? Chris. Okay, so we're up against Chris, which means that we need someone to protect against death. Now, I could do one of 2 things. I could either just leave Alicia in there to get basically a 2-turn, you know, cushion, or I could use Karen to make sure that I have no issues at all with the death mechanic. The thing about this is I already have Lena, who's a healer, so I don't want 2 healers in my party, so I'm going to use Alicia for this battle. And I always use Lena, Helenia, Jupy, and and Sieg in my battles. And as far as my support, it's usually someone that's physical, that's level 46 plus 10. I don't typically use the hero that's there. They're more in the background for the stat bump. So we'll go ahead and do this for now. Because I'm not sure if I've ever done Castle Rush in hard mode recording before. I know I've done normal mode, so let's see what happens. So we'll start off by basically lowering their attack. We'll move my chat head over. We'll see what they do here. Get a little of a boost there. We're going to let Sieg do some damage. Next, the reason I'm doing Sieg's ability is I want to get him to do his awakening skill and then let Jupy deal some damage. I got rid of one of the side guys, that's pretty cool. And there we go. So now we can go ahead and get Sieg's awakening skill up and running. Alright, Lena's about ready too. Now, unfortunately, it looks like I might actually have a couple of people die, so this might suck. I probably should have healed. But we'll see. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do a little bit of healing, and then we'll do Lena's awakening skill, and then Jupy's going to go on a rampage. Now, I don't usually do Alicia's awakening skill, I just don't care enough. And apparently, oh there it is. Leslie Jupy hasn't done her awakening skill yet. Usually would have popped up before now. Now, some people are going to probably say, hey, why didn't you just do a 4-1 formation defense so Jupy can just deal a ton of damage? And yeah, I could do that, but personally, I just like this formation. It's just personal preference. No, it may not be the max damage I could possibly do, but it's just personal preference, that's all. I'm not trying to be the very best, I'm just trying to support my guild and at least participating. And the damage I do is not terrible. Now I actually see why I'm taking so much damage. I haven't done Helenia's Waken skill. I probably didn't need to do this, to be honest. I'm more just showing off now. And because of Sieg attacking there, it made Jupy be able to get her skills ready faster, which is what I would prefer to happen. It's how you can basically take advantage of Sieg and Jupy together. But I always think you should have 2 DPSs as far as Castle Rush is concerned. 2 people to do the damage output and everybody else is more or less support. Unfortunately, this isn't a really good ability, but that's the thing. That's okay, we only have a few seconds left anyway. It doesn't matter if some of these people die, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, cool. As long as they didn't kill Jupy, that's what I care about. Oh, that sucks. My boost ran out. There we go. I don't know if she's gonna get another hack of skill in. I hope so. Come on. There we go. And there we go. That's it right there. So about 1.2 million. We'll add the bonus that we have, 1.5. It's not a great score, but it's, it's decent enough. I got at least a million, and as far as I'm concerned, that's okay for me. Get my little item. And yeah, there you have it. So there's Castle Rush on hard mode. Honestly, yeah, I could have done better, but honestly, I'm okay with what I did, so I'm not complaining. So for those that are wondering, oh yeah, I never did talk about how I felt about Castle Rush. It used to be longer for Castle Rush, and now they've only made it to where it's 5 minutes. I don't like that idea. I have awakened Lena so that I can do a ton of damage, until we die or whatever. Now that it's only a 5 minute thing, it doesn't seem like we have enough time to really do anything. You know what I mean? It's just not good. And I mean, it feels like we have all these people that are supposed to be supporting each other and all that for it to not matter. I mean, typically in Castle Rush the way it used to be, I would be using Karen because I would need that 5 to 6 turn death resistance. But now that there's only 5 minutes, I was just able to stick in Alicia, and it almost didn't matter at all. Like I lost one person due to the death debuff, and by that time I already had like what 30, 40 seconds left, so it didn't even matter. So it kind of messed up the flow, in my opinion, of Castle Rush. I wish it was back to where it was just a 5 minute deal. So that's going to be my complaint, even though it's not an update here, but it was an update not too long ago. So that's my complaint. But other than that, I will go over one more thing. I'll kind of give you guys my actual raid team because a lot of people complain about my Street Fighter Karen video. They were talking about how bad my formation was, which is fine. It was a bad formation, honestly. I was just showing off characters, like it didn't really matter. But yeah, Team 1 for me right now is Shane dealing all the damage, Dellens for support as far as extra damage output, C to basically increase our damage output and potentially help Shade spam her ultimate or her active skill more often. So that's a thing. Lena obviously to help boost damage, and then of course Valikia to lower the damage that we receive for magic attacks. So that's my team 1, and then my current team 2 is Jupy is the damage dealer here. I have Espada to have the magic resistance damage. I have Victoria to boost our attack. I have Karen there to stop stun and burn. I think that's important. And then, of course, I have Eileen who increases damage. Unfortunately, my Eileen's only level 38. I need to really focus on her more. I think she would do really good in Castle Rush. Not Castle Rush, but Arita. I just haven't given her much attention. I've been focused so much on Dellens that I just kind of put Aline to the wayside. And actually, when I first started playing this game, I actually focused on Rachel because she used to be the Castle Rush queen, but they basically made Rachel obsolete after all these awakened heroes. So it's kind of sad, not gonna lie. Um, Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and we got a little bit of time. We'll show you an awakened fight, so I can show you why this is a good thing. I do have a Ming Ming, I believe. She might be away on one of those little quests where you can get shards or whatever to do limit. Oh, there we go. To do limit breaks, but you can still use her. So I'm taking out her. Basically, the way I do this is since I know I'm going to be able to kill it in the first wave, I just use anyone that's good at damage output, resistance, and actually, we don't even need the resistance. That's right. So instead of having Valikia here, let's put in someone that's gonna increased damage output that I'm not already using. I think Dellins is not on my other team. No, he's on my other team. Alright, so it is going to be Eileen then. Where are you? There you are. Cool. Because here, the damage output's ridiculous. And I forgot you could manage it there. I always start with Shane just dealing damage. Now my Shane is, I think, level 44. He's not like fully awesome or nothing yet.
Burn to ashes. Pitiful weakness. Out of my way.
So as you can tell, and now that he did a regular attack, Shane can spam again.
Obliterate.
And boom, in less than 2 rounds, we're able to more or less finish him. Turn 1.
This is not.
Now this is only a level 1, I think, so, you know, not that big a deal. I think it was level 1. But there you go. That's how you deal with that. So it's easy, very, very easy to get awakening item shards. Really easy to do. And for those who are wondering what I'm talking about as far as limit breaks are concerned, if you pick your hero, go to limit break. Boom. Now I've already got Dellins maxed out as far as limit break is concerned, but now he has speed attack +1 for like the big boost, another big boost, and for speed attack, and then another big boost for more hit points, and then smaller boost for attack. Certain sections have HP, certain parts have defense. So, you know. So, you go. The big ones are big defense, speed attack, and then big HP, and along with a bunch of minor stuff in between. So, this is going to, if you want to make your favorite hero the best, get shards so that you can do this. I'm not awakening shards. I'm talking about the. I'll just show you. Go to battle. Go to exploration team, and you basically. I see all mine are done. Oh, and if you want to get a bunch of heroes quickly, do this Guardian's Resting Place. You can get 3 to 6 star hero tickets, and you only need to send 1 pet and 1 hero, and just use like your lowest level. I don't care pet, and just like a low hero that you're just not using. Like I'm not gonna use Ryan, so there you go. Goodbye, Ryan. And I know I have no intention of using Ryan for a while. Not at level 30. And then for the elements, if you want to do elements, you only need 1 pet, you need 1 hero, and then boom, you're good to go there. So when it's done, you'll have a 3-star element. If you don't like having 3-star elements, you can at least unlock them and sacrifice them as fodder. And then of course, this is where you get your little diamonds from blue, yellow, and red. And so when they come back, you'll have all that. I'm not going to just do every little one. I just kind of wanted to give you a brief explanation of where to go there. So exploration team is good for a few reasons. Celestial Tower, obviously collect your auto collect, and then you do whatever tower you're on. I'm on 131 and I'm not really doing too well right now, but we won't focus on that today. And there you have it. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Hopefully this has been either educational or entertaining for you. And stay tuned next week for more complaints about our updates. Have a good one.